Anyways, speaking of which, let's move over to some video game stuff, shall we? So apparently now we have some new gameplay for the Monster Hunter Outlanders video game that I've kind of been waiting for more information for this game to come out. Apparently we got new weapon gameplay. Apparently we got longsword, greatsword, dual blades, and heavy bow gun. So I'm pretty excited to see what it's all about. At the 19th is fasting of all Muslims for a month. You join the fasting month. I do it usually in the middle of the month. That's what I usually do. So kind of like similar there. I probably would do it on the 15th. That's probably where I would do it. So I usually try to do it at least once a month. That's how I do it personally. Try to, at least.
Some pretty cool stuff has dropped, and now we can get a proper first look at the Monster Hunter Outlanders weapons with some new gameplay and the overview reveals of them. They dropped a bunch of these official weapon overview videos focusing on the greatsword, the longsword, the dual blades, and the heavy bowgun. So we're going to go through them and see how they play. So first up, we have the greatsword, a real classic. It says the greatsword delivers massive power based on charge level, and you can see here we're going through the true charged / combo, which is really interesting to see on mobile how they're doing it with that gauge where you hold the button down and release in the prime spot to do more damage. It says though slow, you can adapt with evasion, guarding, and hit and run tactics, and of course the old shoulder tackle comes into play here, as well as just guarding with the weapon itself. It's actually pretty cool to see that they have that in there. But then it has there perfect evades that you maintain your guard, and that's going to be pretty interesting. A perfect evade on top.
Wasn't that specific like heavy the greatsword move? Wasn't that in one of the other previous Monster Hunter games? It's one of the handhelds, no?
Of your block and your shoulder.
What if mobile is better than wild? That would be pretty funny.
You can see there too. It looks pretty wild for mobile gameplay. It's going to be a bit weird with all the buttons to press on the screen, but there's some actual combos in there and some new things, so pretty cool. After that, we have the longsword, the
weeaboo sword.
Now it's going to be interesting to see this one, giving it's very much about countering and stuff. You can see it excels at swift movements and combos. You've still got the spirit gauge level that's building up,
as in like, you know, I do the fastening, like not really like the entire month. I do it for like
red
1 week.
as well. After that, it's even got the counter
I just do fastening
attack there,
at least, like,
see.
you know.
And the special sheath
probably should have clarified it a little bit better.
It looks very much like actually how these weapons play. Again, I'm not fully sold on the mobile aspect of it and how this is going to feel, like, you know, doing button presses. But seeing that they have
you probably
the
hook
right
a controller
gauges,
up for
they
this,
have proper
though.
movesets in there. You've got a helm breaker there as well, with a little extension at the end. It's pretty interesting. I mean, this looks like proper weapon gameplay. I'm gonna have to try
Definitely gives me like Monster Hunter World vibes.
But next we have the dual blades, and the dual blades will always have a special place in my heart. You can see delivers rapid hits, empowering you with demon mode. So of course demon mode is back. As you can see, they're popping into demon mode, building up that gauge there. Demon mode strengthens your attacks and builds the demon gauge.
Right here.
You've even got the little demon mode dashes as well, where you do the Naruto style dash and running. It does look very much correct from what I'm seeing. It looks pretty fun as well, actually. I think I might give the dual blades a try in this one. A lot of buttons to press, though. Again, on the mobile format, it's going to be super weird playing these weapons.
Time to go demon mode.
Either on, you know, different handheld devices like the Switch, or even just on controllers. I'm most used to playing it on controller
This actually
myself,
might be better than wild so far.
It looks pretty solid. You've even got the dash down the spine there and the tail cut at the end. But next is the heavy bowgun.
Let's go!
Now the bowgun's going to be really interesting because I feel like these could have the potential to be the strongest, given that it is a mobile game and will be a little weird to control. It looks like you are locked on, like locked literally onto the monster's head there and now onto the body. So your shots are going to be pretty easy to land. You're not manually aiming everything. You've got perfect evades and counter follow-ups as well with this heavy bowgun.
Get the block, okay.
You know, are we going to have to craft all of the ammo and go and farm for all the ammo? Like, it'll be interesting to know if you have like unlimited stacks of ammo, or if that is a restraint of the heavy bowguns in this. Again, it looks
This is like Monster Hunter World version of heavy bowgun.
I was skeptical at first, given that this is of course mostly going to be on mobile. The actual gameplay itself and the combos that we're seeing and the correct mechanics on the different weapons, it's looking pretty interesting. I'm kind of excited to give it a go, but again, I will reserve my expectations until I actually play it myself.
Monster Hunter Frontiers, that animation with the dragging of the blade or so.
Good, you know?
Kind of reminds me of that.
Now, if you're just seeing this game for the first time, Monster Hunter Outlanders is a free-to-play, upcoming open-world Monster Hunter game. The catch, of course, is that it's built for...
It's an open-world game. can this be better than Monster Hunter Wilds? Question mark.
Mobile, as you could see from the gameplay and the controls, it is being developed by Timmy Studio Group in collaboration with Capcom, and the key thing here that it isn't a traditional Monster Hunter game. In some sense, it will actually have a persistent open world. There will still be quests from a hub. You are going to go out into different areas and hunt monsters, but because it's built around a persistent open world where the monsters will roam around, it does add a different sort of layer.
What the fuck? Wait, are you telling me there's gonna be a bard class in this game? No shot. There's no shot there's gonna be a bard class in here.
Sort of layer and dynamic to how Monster Hunter will feel to play. Personally, I'm kind of excited to try it out. There's some really interesting and unique things in here. But again, we should really wait and see until we can play the game.
Question is, how optimized is this thing going to be?
And again, as a free-to-play game, we have to be cautious about the monetization as well. From what we've seen so far, the game is leaning heavily into...
True, the monetization in this game is going to be questionable because number one, it's not coming from China, it's coming from Japan, I assume, question mark? I assume this is where it's coming from. Usually Japan definitely has some questionable monetization.
Exploration and traversal aspect of the world itself, as well as the hunting. We've seen that you can do climbing, gliding. There's different things that you can deploy in the world to launch yourself around. I think there's even a base building aspect in here as well. So it's got like some survival game element or something like that. It's going to be interesting to see how it works. Obviously, the combat, as we could see, is very much inspired by traditional Monster Hunter fundamentals with the weapon mechanics that are appropriate for each weapon and some of the core combos that those weapons are known for. Obviously, things are going to be slightly different and streamlined to suit mobile play.
Of course.
The inputs are going to be particularly different. The animations might be a little bit different, but you could see some core fundamental basics of different weapons, again, like the True Charge / combo and the Great Sword and stuff like that. Perhaps the biggest thing that excites me for this one is the co-op focus of it. The game will be online and multiplayer, so you can hunt with others out in the world. I think you can team up to take down monsters. We don't know fully how all of these things work, but it does sound pretty cool to, you know, open up your mobile device, hop on Monster Hunter with your friends pretty much anywhere, and hunt some monsters with what looks like some pretty solid weapon combos. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Of course, we're going to keep you guys up to date when new things drop. Because this new gameplay dropped today, we had to go over it because, of course, we love the weapons in Monster Hunter. We were curious to see how they actually played in this game. So subscribe because we'll keep you up to speed on all things Monster Hunter and your favorite games coming very soon. Here at Arix Gaming,
That's interesting. I'm pretty excited to see about this game in general. I'm super excited. Can't wait to see how this game handles. Controller support, a mobile game. I've definitely been living under a rock. I hope it will have gamepad support. That is true. I hope it does have gamepad support. I'm looking forward to seeing the hammer gameplay in this game. Anyone knows about the beta invites? Screen-based controls aren't the most precise or enjoyable. If you allow controller inputs, it should be fine. Yeah, they might but they might streamline quite a few things or so for this game. You know, just for support for mobile. It looks fun, but sounds good to be true. Yeah, especially being a seamless open world type of game, especially on a handheld. What would be crazy if they have a PC support, though. I think it'd be a missed opportunity if they don't have a PC, like a PC launcher support, because a lot of gacha games do have PC launcher support. So if they do actually do it, it is a plus, and we will try it out. I do want to try it out when it comes out. I'd be curious to see if it doesn't, will it be supported by emulators? Question mark. You know, but we'll see. But yeah, super excited to see. But yeah, at least we got some more information about this game. God, Jesus Christ, I thought this game was gone and disappeared because I haven't heard any news since like the first trailer of this game, of it being announced, and that was kind of basically it. Now we just got some new information on this, which is pretty nice, to be honest. It's about damn time. It's actually a different dev team that's working on this game, but in help with Capcom though. So it's a different dev team, but Capcom is helping out with the game itself. So I am interested to see how this is. Now the question is, how long is the longevity of this game? Because usually Monster Hunter games in general on mobile don't really last that very long. At least not to my knowledge. At least. But we'll see what happens though. But yeah.